So I kind of wanted to explain why I don't use a Google phone or even an Android phone in general. And it kind of just has to do with like Android as a whole using Google Play services. And if you know anything about Google, it's an advertising company. And obviously Google, they just used to be like a search engine, but now it's like they have phones and all that. But Google still rules the Android space because they own Android and they develop Android, and Android relies on Google Play services. And if you use a Google phone, like, it literally accesses your location at all times, and you can't change that. And literally, people are getting Google phones and switching them to Graphene OS because of this. Like, when people say like an Apple phone is locked down, like an iPhone is locked down, a Google phone is also locked down to Google. But I trust Apple a lot more with what they do because they're not an advertising company. And with like my problem with Google Play services is the fact that you have to have a Google account. With a Google account, they can see your emails, even if you don't use it. Like, they also ask for your name, or they even ask for your address. Every single time I'm logging in, they're asking for my address, and I don't know why. Like, why do you need my address? For advertising purposes, so they can know who you are. They ask for your phone number, they ask for your date of birth. So what, they can tell you happy birthday? Really? No. It's so they can advertise to you, and so they can make money. That's simple as that. And if you're one of those people who are concerned with what the government's watching you, then that's also why. And the reason why I trust Apple a lot more is because of the fact that with a Google phone or with a Google account, none of your data is yours. It's all on servers and it's all private, right? Obviously with an Apple phone and with iCloud, data is also on servers, but you can have things like advanced data protection, for example, like here. You can have things like advanced data protection, and then they don't have access to it. Only you do, right? They have things like that. Google does not. They have access to everything. Whether that's your wallet, whether that's like your messages, like everything. And with iPhone, not the same. Like, because they're not an advertising company. Like, your photos, like, at one point Apple did like consider like going through photos for like legal reasons, but they backed out immediately because people were like, hell no. And with Google, it's like people are literally being arrested for no reason because like their AI or something like that is saying, oh, this is bad. Like, there's literally been cases, like, I've like researched it, and it's stupid. And also all of your data is being used to train Gemini. That's why their AI is so good, is because they have so much data already. And that's also why I don't use freaking Gemini. I don't use ChatGPT. I just use Claude. Like, Claude is like, I'm gonna be super real, it's so much better. Like, the problems I had with ChatGPT was the fact that I couldn't do photo analysis or like file analysis more than like twice a week, which was like very irritating. And also the fact that it would just give me the same solution for code stuff like over and over again, like telling me to try the same thing over and over again. It didn't work. Like, it's insanity. Like, and also just the fact that OpenAI is not a trusted company. Like, no. And then in terms of Gemini, like, you have to have Google account, and then that's linked to all of your questions and everything you ask is linked to your Google account. And if they know who you are, then they advertise to you. Like, it's one rabbit hole after another, and like, it's just crazy. That's kind of why I don't use an Android phone, because Google Play services. Google, they ask for all this information, and they sell it. And it's like, I don't know, it's just all your data is collected, and I don't want that. So I use an Apple phone because it's safer for me, and like, you can disable the apps to track things across things. Obviously, I think you can do that on an Android phone too, but like, you know, why do they even have that? Why do they even have that? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah, that's kind of my rant on why I don't use an Android phone anymore. And if I ever did use an Android phone, I'd switch it to like something like, what is it called? Like Legacy, or like I would either use Graphene or I would use any other like third party like OS, but not Android. No. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe.